All right, another week of NFL action in the books, everyone, and my picks were pretty darn good. Another solid performance for me pick-wise, as I was 10-6 again. I know, repeat defeat, even though I feel a lot of defeat. So let's recap my picks and why I feel all this defeat. Simply put, we'll start with the Broncos and the Dolphins. We all watched that game. I was tortured for 3 hours watching just the Dolphins do whatever they wanted. Every single play they had in their playbook worked like it was a Madden video game as they compiled over 700 yards, 70 points. You know the whole gig there. Thank goodness Mike McDaniels, being the nice guy that he was, a Colorado native, decided not to go for the 73 points and the NFL record and decided to take a knee instead. I appreciate your mercy, but like I said, I used logic and I picked the Dolphins to win this game. But I didn't think they'd win this easily. Nonetheless, I got the pick right. So we move on. Chargers and the Vikings. I finally got the Chargers right. I knew it. The Vikings and the Chargers. One of these teams is bound to win. And the Chargers finally found a way to finish a game. So I'm glad I got the pick right and I got another win for myself. Bears and Chiefs. Taylor Swift's at the game. The Chiefs are all excited. The fans in awe. Travis Kelce, happiest man in the world. Even though they had to force feed him a touchdown late to make him feel better, even though the score definitely reflected that as they won easily and I won easily making that pick. And the Steelers and the Raiders. Who would have thunk the Steelers get over the Schneid the one time I decided to pick the Raiders? They do what they always do. They disappoint me. Josh McDaniels made some sketchy decisions late in the game, down 8, decided to kick a field goal instead of going for the tie. But I guess he made the score look better. And nonetheless, they lost. I lost. I'll take it because as a Bronco fan, I always appreciate a Raiders debacle. And the Giants and the Niners, easy enough. The Niners are kicking on all cylinders, looking like one of the top teams in the league, as they did. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, Brock Purdy, just too much firepower. And the Giants deciding to keep Daniel Jones just appears to be a mistake with every week he plays. So, win for me. Bills and Commanders, though, this is where I was way off the mark. My biggest disappointment. The Commanders, I should have known. Playing against the Denver Broncos, they look like a good team. Now they play a real team in the Buffalo Bills, and they just get ran off the field. Effortless for the Bills. They got touchdowns all over the field. They look like the Super Bowl contender they have always been. I look like a fool. Got that pick way wrong. So, Colts and Ravens. Ravens, I really thought, were that juggernaut team in the AFC, but they couldn't find a way to beat the backup Gardner Minshew and the Colts, who actually look a lot tougher than I thought. And they found a way, and they willed a way to win. And they willed a way for me to get the L. So, Falcons, Lions. I just knew the Lions would get back on track, which they did easily enough. They handled the Falcons team, who was off to a fast start, but got humbled by a better team. So I got the win there. I will take it. Patriots, Jets. The Jets looked lackluster on offense, like everyone would have wondered, but yet they were still in this game, which makes me kind of fear how good this Patriot team actually is. But nonetheless, I got the pick right as I picked the Patriots to win, even though they barely won. The Jets still had a chance, even though how disappointing they were all game long. They still were in it, so that gives them hope for the next week. And the Saints and the Packers. I really thought the Saints are going to keep on marching. Derek Carr bringing that team back to life, but he gets hurt like he always does. And the Packers stay gritty and come back after being down 17-0 and give me the L on that pick. Jaguars, Texans. I guess everything the Texans could do right, they did so. Even in disastrous form, we all saw that kick return by Andrew Beck, the fullback. Is a short kick, disastrous. He goes to catch it. He drops the ball, picks it up, hits the sideline, and no one could tackle the guy. He's rumbling, stumbling all his way to the end zone. Just an incredible play, an incredible reason why the Texans won that game as the balls were bouncing their way. CJ Stroud looking like that great overall top pick. He's looking like he's going to bring him a great future. And as for my pick, I was way off as the Texans got the job done. Another miss for me. And the Titans and the Browns. The Browns looked balanced on offense. Even though Nick Chubb's out for the year, they were able to get it going. Deshaun Watson looking probably the best he's looked in a Browns uniform as they dominated, and the Titans continue to plummet on a steep slope as their reign of terror is slowly coming to an end. I got the pick right. I thought it'd be a closer game, but I'll take it. And the Panthers and the Seahawks, just as I expected, the Seahawks are just a well-rounded football team that doesn't make too many mistakes. They just take care of you as they took care of the Carolina Panthers. The rookie quarterback Young goes down. Andy Dalton puts up a solid fight, but not enough. I get the pick right. I will take it. And probably the biggest blunder of the week for anyone making picks is this Cardinals and Cowboys game. Who would have thought the Cardinals would come out blasting? I guess they heard all the hatred and they had no chance of winning this game because they found a way and they got the job done. They made the Cowboys look like the Cardinals and vice versa. You got to give them hats off. Heck of an effort for the Cardinals. This could be their Super Bowl, though, as they end up beating the Cowboys, major underdog. I got the pick wrong. A lot of other people got the pick wrong, so I'm not alone in this one. But nonetheless, props to the Cardinals. I didn't think you had a chance, but you got it done, and you made me look silly. Moving on. Eagles and Buccaneers. I figured the Eagles would keep on marching, and they looked tough as they soared, passing, running. They're doing the little QB sneak that nobody likes, but unless you're an Eagles fan, as they plowed their way in the end zone with the easy win, and the Buccaneers knocked back to reality, which I was assuming they would. And another upset special I stated in the previous week became true as the Rams went down to the Bengals. Joe Burrow, an ugly one, but they got the win in a low-scoring, lackluster offensive battle. But hey, I got the pick right. The Bengals got their first win. Maybe it'll be some mojo for them to get hot. So when it's all said and done, my picks, 10-6, back-to-back weeks, the same mark. I will take it and I will continue my positive streak. So let's see if I could do it here in week 4. I want to start it off. Thursday night action. Lions, Packers. We look at this game in the past and you think it's an easy one for the Packers, but now the roles have been flipped. This Lions team is just looking tough. They're looking for a playoff berth, and I think they continue their reign as they are explosive on offense, and they got a young defense that loves to make plays. Lions are going to take this one, no question about it. Now the Rams and the Colts. Colts look tough. They beat the Ravens, but I think they come down a little bit after that big time win in overtime in Baltimore, as the Rams are going to come in town. They're going to get their offense going. They're going to get the job done. The Rams are going to win this game. Sorry, Colt fans, but it's going to happen. Vikings and Panthers. Well, the Vikings, you're finally going to find a way to win a football game, and you're going to do it here just because the offensive firepower is too much. They're starting to get the run game going. Justin Jefferson, good luck trying to cover him. Even if you do cover him, he's going to catch the ball. But the Vikings are going to get the job done. They're going to beat the Panthers. Falcons and Jaguars. Jaguars, a very ugly loss. I think they're going to rebound after that tough one and take it out on the Falcons. Sorry, Falcons, you're going to be the punching bag 2 weeks in a row, and the Jaguars are going to get the job done. They're going to get back to their winning ways. Ravens and Browns. A chink in the armor of a once superior team in the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns' time to reign. They're going to come in. They're going to get the job done. They're just too good of a team overall. And the Ravens are a little one-dimensional, so I think Cleveland could shut them down. Cleveland's going to get the win and just stand on top of that division looking like the tough team they're finally supposed to be. And the Bengals and the Titans are just spiraling down, and the Bengals are starting to heat up. I think the Bengals will get it done, even if Joe Burrow isn't 100%. They're just a better team, and they're going to get it done. Get the easy win. I think they're going to win big. Buccaneers and Saints. Well, we'll see if Derek Carr will play because it is an injury on his shoulder, his non-throwing shoulder. I think he gets it out, and they get out there, and they get back on track, and they beat the Bucs, and the Bucs get humbled. Even though they had their fast start, reality's going to set in. The Saints going to get the win. And like I say, they're going to keep on marching towards a divisional crown. And the Bills and the Dolphins, definitely the game of the week. We got two of the hottest offenses in the league going toe-to-toe. Tua can do nothing wrong. You plug in any running back. Mostert gets outperformed by his backup running back, which is unique in its own way. But the Dolphins just got it going on right now. They're going to continue that streak. That offense just to score at will. The Bills are going to keep up with them, though. But it's not going to be enough, and the Dolphins are going to win this game. They just have the Bills' number lately. And the Broncos and the Bears. The Broncos, well, the only way to go up from here is up after that embarrassment of a performance last week against Miami. So I'm seeing the Broncos are going to get their first win of the year, and the Bears are going to lose once again. But either way, keep these two teams in mind because one of them's going to have the first overall pick when it's all said and done at the end of the year. But I think the Broncos, these wins are going to be very rare for them, but this is going to be one of them. And now the Commanders and the Eagles, the Commanders not as commanding as they were in previous weeks, and the Eagles are just going to continue soaring high, defeating everyone that comes in their way. Just too much on offense, and their defense is stout. So Eagles are going to win this game and continue their streak. Steelers, Texans. Texans, a very impressive win last week, but I think the Steelers are just going to stonewall them with that tough defense. And they're going to get enough out of their offense, but they're going to get the job done. They're going to get a little streak going to their own as they win this game. And the Raiders and the Chargers. Chargers finally got a win. You know, sometimes that's the toughest part, getting that first one out of the way. They got it out of the way, and they're going to continue their success as they will beat the Raiders, who are reeling back to irrelevancy as they once were, and as they join the Broncos at the bottom of the division. But the Chargers are starting to get everything going. They're going to get the win here. Cardinals and Niners, unlike the previous week where the Cardinals had nothing to lose, Niners aren't going to take them lightly. They're going to come out and they're going to stick it to them. They're going to get the win, even though it's a divisional game. The Niners will find a way to win this football game, and handily. So Niners, easy pick there. Patriots, Cowboys. Both teams not the best efforts on offense, so I'm going to see the Cowboys rebounding as they're going to take down the Patriots, because the Patriots did beat the Jets, but they didn't look very impressive at all on offense. Just one big play was pretty much the only difference. The Cowboys' offense is just better than the previous teams they faced. So the Cowboys are going to get back on track, take care of New England, get the win. And the Chiefs and the Jets. The Jets, I'm sorry, guys, you're another sacrificial lamb to this superior team of the Chiefs. They're going to take care of it. They got Taylor Swift and all the Swifters on their side, and they're going to get the win. And they're going to win big once again, looking like that top team in the NFL. After this week, Mahomes, Kelsey, the whole crew, they're going to get another one. Easy pick here, easy win for the Chiefs. And last but not least, we got the Seahawks and the Giants. The Giants reeling. You know, they play well when they're the underdogs, but I don't think they're going to be able to take care of the Seattle Seahawks, who just start clicking. Very balanced on offense. Geno Smith just playing smart, not making the big mistakes, making the right plays, and this team is just going to be too tough for the Giants. And the Giants are going to want someone new after Daniel Jones lets down once again. So the Seahawks are going to get it done. That's my pick. And those are my picks for week 4. We're going to see what happens. Let's see if I continue the trend of 10-6 or maybe get over that and just go a little higher. My confidence is up. I feel like I'm starting to figure out who these teams are, but time will tell. We will see what happens next week after the results are in.